Dude.
Hey, Des Moines, Iowa, it's your turn. Some folks were having a protest there. Not a big deal. They had a sign up here. Freedom of speech. You're allowed to protest. You're allowed to make statements like this. One guy, though, didn't like it, decided to do something about it, decided to destroy their property, and it looks like in the course of doing so, assault a few people.
42 years I've been protesting. I've never experienced anything like this. Dude, don't wrong with you? Dude, what is wrong with you?
Oh my God!
What's wrong with you?
You're an asshole!
You're an asshole, dude. You're the fucking asshole doing this, you fucking cocksucking piece of shit. This is what you're fucking here. Stand up, be a pedophile, bro. Stand up, be a pedophile. Stand up, be a pedophile, motherfucker. You're a fucking piece of shit. Fucking piece of shit. Go stand up for your pedophile, motherfucker! I've got you! I've got you, motherfucker! I've got you, motherfucker!
You know how many times I've had to see Yahtzees doing this and they don't get assaulted? Or when somebody does do something, the police actually threaten them or arrest them. So, now those who were assaulted are filing a complaint today. In the moment, they were kind of flustered, didn't really know what to make of all of it, so they're going today. In the meantime, though, the internet is one giant small town. So Des Moines, do me a favor, take a look at his license plate, take a look at his face, and someone...
Hello, and welcome to another video. Yes, we have a long time we don't do a regular FAFO, and this I prepare you a good one. I prepare you the best videos. It is amazing. So yes, we have few cases of people that voted for Trump and now they are regretting it. They are crying. They are, oh, I wish that I can do different. I just don't know what possessed me. And of course, we want to be talking about the Epstein files. That is the news that we cannot let that sleep. It have to be in the center of the news, because this can be, the Epstein file can be something that can bring the orange buffoon down, because the MAGA, they already know that there was something weird with Donald Trump and Epstein. But now they are like, oh, we're so innocent. We didn't know that Donald Trump had problems with Epstein, and they were together, and they were, you know how the MAGAs are, you know. They just want to play the victim all the time. They want to play the victim all the time, and all the time. I have my eyes are a little red because I need to put my drops, and I run out on my drops, and I just keep forgetting to buy. I'm just gonna have to order it in Amazon before I can just get my eyes. But I don't have my eyes so red because I just live in Vegas, and here it gets so dry that my eyes get so dry, so I have to be constantly putting drops to my eyes because it gets so dry in my eyes. But well, whatever. So let's keep on watching, because I prepared you a really good video and you're gonna love it, and a lot of cases the FAFO, and you guys keep on watching, okay?
No Epstein list! You're trying to tell me there's no Epstein list? Ah! Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm a Trump supporter, and I'm going to tell you this right now. If this is the verdict, then I'm jumping ship.
Leopards ate my face. Leopards ate my face.
We voted for Trump because he promised while he was campaigning a million times that when he got into office, he was going to bring down prices, bring down grocery prices. The inflation has been high ever since COVID, and he promised he would bring that down. But it's obvious to me now that that was not true. Egg prices have skyrocketed. The bird flu is killing all the birds, and he doesn't seem to be doing anything about that. He's stopping disease communications from the disease centers in America, pulled us out of the WHO. How does that help anything? And yeah, all he's been doing doing is taking away rights and freedoms, or trying to. He's not doing anything about the economy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we totally regret our vote at this point. We've had a really tough time here in North Carolina. Half of my house got washed away in Hurricane Helene. And I applied for FEMA assistance, and we got approved. But now Trump is canceling FEMA and emergency assistance to people. He's also canceled Medicaid for my children.
Oh, if you think you're upset now, just wait until the tariffs kick in today. It's February 1st, so it's about to get even worse. You think the prices are bad now? Wait a while. You think the eggs cost a lot now? Wait a while. I am so glad. You know how good it makes me feel knowing that these people are effing around or effed around and now found out? Oh, y'all are finding out hard, because now it's affecting you personally. Now your private life is getting affected. You didn't think about that. Because when you live with cognitive dissonance, that's what happens. When you don't do your research, that is what happens. And today, in the world of technology, in the digital world, with the knowledge of the world in the palm of your hand, you're watching this shit on the phone, right? Yeah, well then there's no excuse. None. Have fun dealing with the next 4 years.
Seeing so many more videos of people saying that they regret their vote for Donald Trump, while that's great, I really need to know, why did you vote for him in the first place? It was an open book test. The book was literally on fire. What made you say, like, yep, this is my guy? Was it the bankrupted casinos? The fraud university that he ran? Was it because he was found liable for S.A.ing E. Jean Carroll? Or was it because he's a convicted felon with 34 charges? Oh wait, I know. It's because everybody else was lying but him. He's the only one that tells you the truth. Listen to how that sounds. It wasn't only just liberals who were trying to warn you. There were people from his own cabinet. General Mattis said that Trump is the first president that did not try to unite the country. John Kelly, his own chief of staff, said he is the most flawed person he has ever met. Bolton said he is unfit for office. Barr, his own former attorney general, said that he is detached from reality. Liz Cheney called him a threat to democracy. Not only that, her father, Dick Cheney, Mr. War Criminal Halliburton himself, said that there has never been a greater threat to the Republic than Donald J. Trump. He still voted for him. Why? Over a qualified woman who had a weird laugh, who they said slept her way to the top without zero proof, things without proof, but with the proof that Donald Trump is a racist, homophobic, transphobic rapist with ties to Epstein, who's never passed any real legislation, who still doesn't have a health care plan, and always plays the victim. That's who you voted for? Now he's literally trying to get us into World War III. Out of the Iran nuclear deal in 2018, not because it was a bad deal, but because Obama did it. Sitting on his Timu Twitter, live posting about bombings like it's some sort of reality show. That's not foreign policy. No wonder his fake university was sued. He treats everything like a scam, even war. What about his first term, since you all who voted for him think he did something so great? The low gas prices during COVID that got you all warm and fuzzy? You mean when the world shut down, nobody was driving and demand tanked? That's not economic genius, that's a global crisis. Prices rising under Biden should surprise nobody. It was a direct result of Donald Trump gutting reserves and mishandling the pandemic. Trump blames everybody else for the mess that he's created. It's like lighting a match and setting your neighbor's house on fire and then blaming them for not having a fire extinguisher. You weren't lied to, you weren't tricked, you chose him over facts, you chose him over country, you chose him over character, you chose him over your neighbors, and now we are all here paying for it.
I was a Trump supporter. I don't know how long I can keep doing this. I have a construction company, and not a fucking thing is getting done. This is what I get. This is what I fucking get. Nothing but white boys. It takes 4 days to do a one-day job. I might have fucked up.
And yes, and I needed to add a comment to this video. I'm sorry if you see that, and it's my voice, my mouth is going another direction, and my talking is going another direction. It's because I'm voicing over this segment. Yes, I was almost done. And then I just noticed that this comment, this segment right here, I wanted to comment on it so bad. And I already took a shower, I already changed the clothes. So This mother Fletcher right here, the one that we just talk about it, the one that she just say, I just don't know what happened to my workers. They just took my workers. Yes, you, mother Fletcher, you so deserve it because you just voted for other people to get deported. You voted for other Latinos and other Hispanic people to get deported. But somehow you thought that your workers, that you know, they are illegal, somehow they will not get deported. Somehow you just thought that you're just going to keep your workers and you keep your company going with a miracle of God, I don't know. But you voted for people to get deported because he exposed in his plan that he wanted 1 million people a year to get deported. So you don't want to tell me right now that somehow you didn't know that your workers are going to get deported. Just get out of here, Mother Fletcher. You know what's going to happen. You just somehow, for a miracle of God, you thought that that it's not going to affect you. It's going to affect everybody else, but not to you. Please stay towards the end.
Congratulations, MAGA. Your vote for Trump is the reason why senior citizens will be kicked out of their nursing homes. Before you flood my comment section screaming fake news, I'm going to provide some verifiable facts. Google's free. You can go look at the bill. 60% of nursing home residents rely on Medicaid to cover their care. That is a fact. And Trump's new tax plan, it cuts the provider tax by 41%. This slashes how much support states receive from the government for nursing homes. That's a 41% funding cut. That is a fact. The American Healthcare Association says that 1 in 4 nursing homes could shut down and half of their staff will be eliminated. That's a fact. So where do these senior citizens go? Some might have family to take them in, but for others, this is the end of the road. There's no place for them to go. This is what your vote for Trump is doing. It's pushing vulnerable seniors out of care and onto the streets. And that is a fact. This isn't America first. This is our elderly last. If you voted for Trump, you made this happen. I hate to say it. This is on you.
I knew the Trump administration was the better choice. I also had high hopes that they would be different. They are not different. Because as someone who voted for Trump, what do you mean? Why are we still talking about the Epstein files? Maybe because we have no answers and you ran your campaign on that, on transparency, on exposing the corruption. Maybe because we had Kash Patel and Pam Bondi in our faces every day and on the news every day saying, I can't believe the previous administration didn't make this information public. The public deserves to know. It's sitting on my desk right now, ready to go. Kash said, when you see who's on this list, it's going to blow your mind. But I'm releasing it day one. Maybe because you told us that every day. And that was one of your main things that you ran your campaign on, and why people said, okay, you know what? This administration is for the transparency. They're going to be different. Now we have to watch Pam Bondi and Kash Patel and Dan Bongino look in the camera. They can't even look straight. You can tell they're obviously lying, looking all around, trying to tell us that, oh, there's nothing to see here. And you want to tell us that there's no clients. So why is Ghislaine Maxwell sitting in jail? You want us to believe that. And then you say, oh, and every piece of documentation that we have is children. So we can't tell you anything. And he killed himself. No more to tell you guys. Let's move on. You don't get to decide the timeline of moving on because now you don't need to use that to try to gain our votes or to try to gain our support. I mean, MAGA stands for Make America Great Again. I support my president because I love my country, not the other way around. MAGA is not support the current administration no matter what they do, even when they're playing in your faces. No, bro.
What did you just say about Trump?
I said, Trump's a fucking liar. Inflation's going up. Gas prices hasn't really come down that much. Eggs? Oh, that's the funny one. The eggs. I'm mad. And I'm a mega man. Okay? I don't see anything he's done.
So is it safe to say that the illusion has faded?
I think it has, yes. You know, I was for him because, you know, everything he said, you know, he played right into my hands. He just told us everything we wanted to hear. That's what he did. I can't even stand to look at him because, you know, he's just he's a con. He's a flat ass, nothing but a fucking con. You know, they all the right side, they say, oh yeah, the Biden side was so bad. Well, What's so good about the right side? He brags about doing something with our economy, but I haven't seen anything happen yet. That big beautiful bill is going to add, they say $2.5 trillion. It's going to add about $4 trillion to the debt. The big beautiful bill. Oh, what a joke. Remember what happened in the 80s with trickle-down economics? Yeah. The filthy rich got richer, and us guys that worked for a living paid more taxes. I'm disappointed for sure. I'm real disappointed.
And I'm going to be voicing over this one for the same reason that I explained to you in the beginning. This one is another one. He just voted for a 36-count convicted felon, and I don't know how he thought the convicted felon was telling him the truth. I don't know how he thought that the convicted felon can fix any situation in the country. So now he's full of regret. How he's just saying, oh, how did I did that? How that happened? I didn't even know how. Yes, you know what you was voting for. It's just affecting you, and now you don't like it.
I voted for Donald Trump in 2016, 2020, and 2024.
This is all going in the trash. I do not support Trump anymore. He's a liar. He's a part of the deep state. I do not support Israel. I will not be supporting him anymore. He's part of the deep state.
I'm a Trump supporter, 100%. What Pam Bondi and Kash Patel and Dan Bongino is doing, making that look.
We want that list because there's a woman in prison who never sexually assaulted a child, and there are many.
I want to remind you all that the man who actually got Epstein off of his original criminal charges in Florida was also hired by Donald Trump to work in his cabinet in 2016 when he was first fucking elected. The fact that you fucks have literally ignored mountains and mountains and mountains of evidence against Donald Trump for being heavily involved with Epstein, the Epstein Isle, on Epstein's planes, and Epstein's fucking great graces, and still you voted for him in 2016, in 2020, and 2024 while screaming drain the swamp and that Hillary Clinton's the monster, and there's these maps to pizza parlors where all the kids are getting kidnapped through with Epstein and getting on his plane and going to the aisle. But in 2025, when literally his fucking Department of Justice, who has done a lot of fucking covering up and misfucking handling of information and literally seriously fucking shit up for the American people, now suddenly you guys want to hold this man accountable? Now it's starting to fucking click for you? You guys are truly so fucking goddamn embarrassing, but I'm going to settle for the fact that maybe this will actually fucking fracture these maggots from understanding that everything you've been screaming and crying and whining and the liberals are doing and how mean the liberals are and the liberals has just been the truth the entire fucking time. Well, you've been blanketed in fucking lies and were indoctrinated into a cult. I hope you guys continue to burn your red hats and continue to stand up for the fact that this man has done nothing but lie to you and grift and get you guys to literally vote him as president, and now he don't give a fuck about you or your votes because he doesn't need it because he's literally going to kick our Constitution to the curb. I hope you all recognize the fault you have in this, and when the entire fucking country falls apart, I'm going to remind you it took until 2025 when you were lied to for the 10,000th time, and it came down to the Epstein files for you to suddenly actually understand what the fuck was happening to
14% of Trump voters are already regretting voting for Trump, and that breaks down to 6% wish they voted for Harris, 5% wish they voted independent, and 3% wish that they actually just refrain from voting at all. So if you're feeling like, you know, all those efforts, protesting, pushing on your family members, etc., you feel like it's not working because they're openly still, you know, Trumpers, a lot of them probably still are. But some of those numbers are in fact changing.
The Trump tax and spending bill, several U.S. hospitals and healthcare clinics have now started turning away patients. And some Trump voters seem surprised, prompting sharp reactions across social media.
You guys see that woman talking about her father getting kicked out of the nursing home? Well, apparently the nursing homes are kicking out their Medicare patients. And she was like, why would they do that? And everyone in the comments was like, honey, this is what you voted for. This is Medicare cuts. This is the big, beautiful bill. And she's like, no, that's not it. Yes, it is. I work in skilled nursing. 90% of the residents that are in there, they are Medicare patients. These buildings stay open because of Medicare. They will close down. They will not care for your aging parents and grandparents for free. They will send them home to you. You will have to quit your job and stay home and take care of them. That means you're going to have to be the caregiver for your father, your husband, your kids. You're going to have to quit your job. You're going to do all this on half the income for your household.
By all accounts, the pressure on family caregivers is intensifying. Analysts say that as patients lose health coverage or are denied coverage, the responsibility for helping these people falls on family and friends. And for them, that can mean being forced to give up or scale back other work or employment. The economic ripple effect, state by state, is projected to be significant. Tony Ann Richard is the CEO of a group of community health centers in Missouri.
This particular bill would hit Missouri to the tune of 27%. Additional people would lose Medicaid coverage. And we went through a redetermination process like many others a year and a half ago, and we had several people that were already kicked off of the system because we could not find them. Re-enrollment processes were challenging and difficult. And so another 27% loss on that adds to our uninsured bottom line.
And she points out that as the number of uninsured grows, there will be an increase in people needing food assistance, help with transportation costs, and money or resources for childcare. The list goes on and on because this isn't just about medical care. It's also about everyone's social well-being. A lot of Trump voters are beginning to see the changes in their own lives, and social media is now filled with MAGA voters expressing regret and sorrow. This man, who identifies as a farmer, posted this video on TikTok with the caption, "I finally woke up."
All right, guys, I got something weighing heavy on my heart. I really got to get it out there. I realized I was wrong. I've been on the wrong side of history. I've been supporting the wrong party all along. And I talked with some people over the last few months, and I've decided I'm going to go ahead and become a Democrat because they're the party of truth, liberty, and freedom. They stand for the American people. They stand for what's best for this nation. And I don't know how I can apologize for being so far on the wrong side of history. But I truly regret anything I did to hurt your feelings. And I expect the admonishment. I'll take it. Hopefully you can help me heal through it and grow as a human to be more accepting and more loving of my newfound party allegiance. Hopefully you won't be hard on me. It's really, really, really taken a lot for me to come out and say this. So, if you're gonna get into the comments, just please take it easy on me. I'm feeling very emotional and vulnerable right now, and I could use the support.
The regrets are not just because of healthcare issues and challenges. Many Trump voters say they are angry about rising costs of groceries and gasoline. Trump promised to lower everything and bring inflation down. Instead, inflation under Trump and costs.
Everyone, welcome to the show. So the Orange County Register, this is a California-based news outlet. They published an article recently. It's titled LA Raids Rattle California Home Building Industry, where 41% of workforce are immigrants. They talked about how Southern California home builders are starting to feel the effects of Trump's Gestapo and all of these raids that are going on, and how the industry, even before this, was already struggling. There was already a tight labor market. I actually know people who work in the construction industry, and they have told me, they have confirmed, ICE is walking onto job sites and they're just snatching people up. They're just taking workers into custody. And right now is one of the busiest times for home construction. This is real estate season. So, even existing home sales. So many people choose to move in the spring and the summer months because, number one, their kids are out of school. If you have kids, it's a nightmare to move anyway, but trying to move during the school year and with, running kids around to and from school and, different various things. So you don't have that to worry about. You also, don't have to worry about the weather in California. I mean, we don't get a lot of rain and a lot of weather anyway, but it does rain here, but trying to move in the rain is a pain in the butt. And so, spring and summer are better times for that. And outside of the 4th of July, there aren't many there aren't any holidays to contend with. So you're good. You don't have to worry about decorations in your house or having people over or going to other people's things. And given the fact that so much of Los Angeles needs to be rebuilt because of the fires that destroyed thousands of homes, this labor shortage could not possibly come at a worse time. So the Register they spoke with a guy, his name is Jim Tobin. He is the CEO of the National Association of Home Builders in Washington, D.C. He told the news outlet, quote, "I think the labor market is tight for our industry already. Whether this adds to it or not, we will see. We're watching all of the developments very carefully and making sure we're looking to the future to train workers and get a comprehensive immigration policy that allows people who want to work in our industry to come into it really easily." Tobin agreed that immigration reform is necessary. He believes we need to secure the border. So it definitely sounds like he's either trying to play both sides, like so he doesn't piss off any but the builders that he works with, or he's actually a Trump supporter. He didn't say that, or they didn't mention in the article, but he said that he would like to see the government implement some sort of work visa that's specific for the construction industry and construction workers. So this would be kind of like I think it's what the H-2B or HB2, I forget, H-2B, I think is what it is, the visa that they grant these for farm workers for seasonal.
And yes, it's a huge problem that we're going to have in our doorsteps with the people that is in nursing homes that now are going to be coming to our houses. Okay, if you have a family member, an aunt, an uncle, a grandma, a great grandma that is in a nursing home right now, you're probably going to have to pick that family member up from that facility because from September, I think it's the first week of September, I think September 1st or 7th, Medicaid is not going to be paying to those centers the money that is required to keep your family members in there. And this is going to be big for MAGAs because a lot of the MAGAs, they have grandma and grandpa and uncles and tias and tios and all that. They have them in nursing homes. And now the nursing homes are going to ask to those people to come and pick up their family members. And that's going to be a FAFO moment, but huge for MAGA. So we'll see what's going to happen.